welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building a tiny house. I'm currently in a pre-recording phase because my mom is coming over to visit me for a couple of days next week. So I'm kind of trying to just pre-record a few videos to have ready for you guys while I am unavailable, and hopefully I can convince my mom to record some videos with me while she's here, because that would be so much fun. I mentioned this in my apartment build, when was it, Saturday I think, but I feel like I've convinced her to record a couple of videos with me, so hopefully she'll still be up for it when she gets here. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Can't wait to introduce you guys to my mom, or Mamalyn as we're gonna call her, because you know, Aveline, Mamalyn. Anyways, I actually call her Mama, or I call her Mums. Don't ask me why, but anyways. So yeah, but today we're building a tiny house. This is built on a 20 by 15 in Newcrest, and it's actually got room for 2 parents, a teen, 2 kids, a toddler, and also a dog, I think, not a cat, because I couldn't fit in a litter box in any of the bathrooms, which is where I prefer to put litter boxes. So this is just for a dog. But if you want a cat to live in here, you can definitely just put the litter box somewhere that you feel is fitting. That is completely fine too. And you can also swap around some of the rooms if you want to. If you'd rather have there being 3 teens living in this house instead of 2 kids, for example, you can just swap out the beds with some bigger ones, or actually no, they share beds, so it works completely fine. Anyways, so yeah, it's got room for a household of 8, and this is basically what I wanted to try. I wanted to try and make a house that was as small as possible, but not a trailer, because I have done a trailer that had room for, how many did it have room for? 7 or 8, I don't fully remember. I think it was, oh, it had room for 2 parents, 2 teens, a toddler, and a baby, or something like that. Don't fully remember, but I have made a trailer just recently that was small, and then I try to make room for as many Sims as possible in that one, but I wanted to do it with an actual house this time, so I try to make the house as small as possible with rooms for as many Sims as possible, but still kind of have a lot of common room with for, you know, a TV and also a proper kitchen and a dining area and all that. So they do have all those things. They don't have like a dedicated office room, but they do have an office area. So I had to put all of those different common areas in the same room, which is this one, and it's not the biggest, but I managed to fit in everything, and there shouldn't be any rooting problems or anything like that. The only thing is, there's only 5 seating places around the table, because I couldn't fit in like a proper big dining table that has room for 8 Sims, so I had to go with a smaller one that's only got room for 5, because it's kind of like up against a wall as well, so I couldn't fit 6 seats around the table, but hopefully it's fine, because there's also another dining table in the backyard that's actually got room for 8 Sims. So we got 1 high chair in the common area inside, or in the interior around the dining table that's inside of the house, and also 1 high chair at the table in the backyard, so your toddlers can still, because I tried to get a feel of what you guys do with high chairs, like do you play with them or not, because I've been talking about it a couple of times, and it looks like I'm not the only one who doesn't actually play with high chairs, because I personally feel like they're super bugged. So I don't really use them that much, so I also tend to forget to use them in my builds, like I tend to forget to add them in my builds. So I've only decided to, because it seems like you guys were kind of on the same page as me, so I've only decided to put in 1 high chair inside and then 1 high chair outside. I don't know, apparently that was very, very important for me to explain to you guys. Anyways, so my original plan was to put the dining table, or not the dining table, we're moving around the dining table, I'm being confused, the parents' bedroom on the ground floor, and then all the children could be sleeping on the 2nd floor. But the bedroom here on the ground floor was actually too small to fit in a double bed, and I wanted to make sure that they could have 2 parents. So I had to move the parents' bedroom upstairs, and then I turned this bedroom right here on the ground floor into a teen's bedroom. So the teen is kind of sleeping right by the front door. But it's also a tiny house, you know, floor plans in tiny houses is a little bit difficult. They do tend to turn out a little bit awkward now and then, so we're just gonna go with it. Poor teen if they really want a lot of privacy, because that's not gonna happen right next to the common areas. But you know, we just gotta make do with the space that we have, so hopefully that is also okay. And I really wanted to go for like a super cute color for the exterior, so I was playing around with some wallpapers for a while, and I personally feel like yellow looks really good with gray. I don't necessarily like yellow that much with like a pure white. I feel like that's a little bit too bright for me, so I like it with gray and decided to go for a gray brick for kind of like the bottom floor around the whole house. And then also I end up using mainly gray and then yellow, but just a little bit of white here and there to kind of like brighten it up just a little bit. But like I said before, I really don't like it when it's just like yellow and white. It's too bright for me. So I kind of toned it down a little bit with some gray instead. Plus I really like yellow and gray together. I think it looks really good. So that's kind of the color scheme we went for the exterior. And then once I start doing landscaping, we're just gonna go crazy with a lot of different colors, because that's just, yeah, it just added a lot of cuteness to the exterior, so I thought it would be fitting. I was considering making the house orange instead of yellow, but I decided to go with yellow instead. Plus that color just makes me so happy. I like that color, so I wouldn't decorate anything with yellow or in yellow in real life, because I feel like it's a little bit too much for me personally. But when it comes to the game, I just like it. It's so bright and just makes me happy, so yeah. So when it comes to tiny houses, for me at least, I always try to kind of make sure that I got room for all the essentials before I start doing extra decorating, so like cluttering it all up or adding plants or something like that. So that's what we're doing right now. I wanted to make sure that I had a fully functionable, whatever, usable kitchen with a free counter and also a fridge and a stove. So they have that, and then I ended up putting in the dining table. As you can see, I also wanted to make sure that they had a family computer, because I knew that the bedrooms were going to be so small that I wouldn't be able to fit in computers for the different kids. So I ended up putting this little, it's not one of the fancy computers, by the way. I ended up going for one of the little bit bigger ones, one of the cheaper ones, because I thought it would kind of fit their situation. I mean, they're a big family and the kids have to share rooms and stuff, so they're probably not the most well-off family, since, you know, tiny spaces and a lot of people. So I decided to go for one of the more cheaper looking computers, one of the more chunky ones. So yeah, and I also used this cork board over here. I think it's called a cork board, at least, correct me if I'm wrong. But and then you can find these different postcards in the catalog if you use the cheat bb.showhiddenobjects, and show hidden objects is in one word. You get a lot of different decorating items in the clutter catalog, which is very useful if you like to just go decorate crazy. So I ended up using a lot of postcards from both base game. I think there's a few from My First Pet Stuff Pack as well, because apparently the critters can send you, they can go on vacation or something and they can send you postcards, which I think is quite funny. I'll admit I haven't played with the critters yet, to be honest. I don't know why, I just haven't. But as far as I know, they can go on vacation or something and then send you postcards, which is kind of cute. But yeah, anyways. So I ended up putting some of those postcards on the board above the desk, and also a calendar that's from Cats and Dogs. So they have a little office area over there. There's also the new notebook we got with the free update as well. I really, really like that one. I feel like if I had to build my own office, which I'm not going to do because there's literally nothing in this room except from my desk and a drum kit, and we don't have drum kits in the game, so it would be kind of pointless to build my own office. But I definitely have like a notebook next to me because I have a more or less like a stack of notebooks on my desk. My desk is a mess, I'm just telling you all. Like it's a freaking mess. And you definitely need to do something about that. I like these small pop figures, or what are they called? You know, you can get these small pups, like different superheroes, for example. You can also, they just released a BTS line or something. You can get like Star Wars characters, Game of Thrones characters, minions, all different kinds of. You can get the Disney princesses. I really want the Disney princesses, to be honest, but I have 6 of them on my desk and they're taking up a lot of space. I need to do something about that. Maybe I could go to IKEA and pick up a couple of shelves or something, and I could put the pop figures, pop whatever they're called, on a wall behind me for face cam videos. Maybe that will be kind of cute. I don't know. We'll see. I know that I want the Disney princesses because I'm a Disney fanatic and I think they're adorable, so I need them. I need them all. So anyways, going off on a tangent. So that was actually, I managed to fit in 2 bathrooms. If I forgot to put in a potty on cam, don't worry, it's there. I don't remember if I ended up putting it in the upstairs bathroom on cam or if I did it after I stopped recording or after I took the screenshots. So if it's not shown in the video or during the screenshots at the end of the video, don't worry, it'll be there in the uploaded version, because I remember that I placed a potty because I had to move the toilet. So don't worry, I did not forget the potty, and there's also a bathtub upstairs, or a bathtub / shower combo, so your toddlers can also be bathed, along with the dog that can also be bathed upstairs. And yeah, they do have laundry machines here on the ground floor, so if you want to play with laundry, you can do that. If you don't want to play with laundry, you can just take them out and then put another shower bathtub combo here on the ground floor. I am sure your Sims would appreciate that, not having to do laundry. What a luxury. So we've moved on to bedrooms now, and we're starting out with the teens room, which is on the ground floor. So I felt like this teen was kind of a bit of like a bookworm, but also slightly into sports. So I put some books here and there in their room, and I also managed to fit in the basketball, which I believe is a clutter item because I don't actually know if it's usable for anything. But it's found in the clutter catalog, so I use that sometimes, and I felt like it would kind of fit into their bedroom. And the whole color scheme in their bedroom was also really inspired by the bed, which is from Parenthood, by the way. So I used a lot of stuff from Parenthood in their bedroom. Both the bed and the bedside table, the dresser, were from Parenthood. I think the mirror too, if I recall correctly, unless I swapped it out with some other mirror, but I don't think so. If it was the oval, that's from Parenthood. And then or the oval shaped mirror, it was from Parenthood. And then I also used a desk which was from City Living, and I managed to fit in a journal for them to write in, because I really like when you give your teens journals. I think it's a really cute interaction, like them writing in it before they go to bed and then hiding it under the bed or something. I think it's super cute, so I needed them to have a journal. Also because they're kind of like a book nerd still, so it would kind of fit their personality a little bit as well, you know? And then for the parents' bedroom in here, I went with a little bit more blue, a little bit of yellow from the pictures. I ended up giving them a TV, which is hanging right here next to the mirror. And I also had to move the mirror just a little bit because it didn't work like that, because it was the bed was in the way or something, but now it does, so don't worry. They can't sit down and watch TV, but they can stand up and watch TV. I don't know if your Sims would actually want to stand up and watch TV, but they can, so they have the opportunity if they want to. So, and now we're moving on to the toddler's bedroom and also the children's bedroom. So I didn't have a lot of space to work with in these 2 rooms because I wanted to fit in 2 beds in both of the bedrooms. So I ended up fitting a wardrobe into the toddler's bedroom and then a dresser into the children's bedroom. I think the toddlers also have a plushie, and I tried to fit in a toy box, but I just didn't like how it looked. It looked a little bit too crammed together, so I ended up taking it out. But they should have plenty of toys just kind of scattered around a little bit. You know, the toddlers have the toddler toy, and the children also get one of those medical sets, I think. They also have one of those on the ground floor too. Plus there's also another plushie on the ground floor as well. So they should have plenty of stuff to do around the house. I just really wanted to fit in 2 beds in both of the bedrooms so we could have as many many Sims living in this house as possible. It's just this little tiny house for a big family with a lot of kids, you know, so there's a lot of life in this house, definitely a lot of life. But here in the children's bedroom, because of the door was placed in kind of a weird way to furnish for, I couldn't really fit in a lot of things in here, because if I put something in front of the door, the Sim wasn't able to enter the room, and I personally don't like to put things in front of windows, so I couldn't put the dresser in front of the window and then put something next to the dresser either. So there's not a lot of stuff going on in here. It is fairly decorated though, plus they have a dresser and also a mirror, so they still have the essentials. It still looks kind of realistic. It's just a very, very tiny room. But they do have 2 school bags, so they got that going for them. And I think, yeah, like I said before, I ended up putting one of those medical sets here at the bottom of one of the beds, and they also have some other toys on the ground as well. So they have plenty of stuff to do, just like the toddlers do as well. And if you want the kids to have journals or something, you can definitely place them somewhere close to their beds, like this bedside table that they got between the 2 beds, or maybe on the desk where the computer is downstairs, or, you know, somewhere else. You can definitely fit them in somewhere. I just didn't really want to give them because I prefer to put journals on desks, for example. So anyways, we're moving on to the exterior. So like I said before, with the landscaping, I went a little bit color crazy. I didn't really color coordinate anything. I wasn't really going for a specific color scheme of any kind. I just wanted to add as many cute flowers as possible. So yeah, it turned out really cute, I think. There's definitely a lot of them here at the front yard. And then in the backyard, I fit in both a grill and also the dining table, like I said before, so it has room for 8 Sims. However, there's only 1 high chair, so if you want both the toddlers to sit at the dining table in the backyard, you'll need to swap out one of the other chairs with another high chair, and you can definitely have the whole family sitting there. And I also managed to fit in one of the kiddie pools. It's not often that I use those, but because they have 2 toddlers living in this house, I thought it would be kind of fitting. Plus, I also tried to fit in one of the monkey jungle bars or whatever you call those, but it would have to be right in front, or I'd have to put it right in front of the back terrace, which I didn't really want to do because then it was kind of blocking the view, so I ended up not putting in one of those. But if you want there to be a monkey jungle bar, whatever those things are called, definitely just put it on this little piece of grass that's right in front of the back terrace, and it should be completely fine. I'm currently working on another family home, which I'm hoping to have up on Wednesday, along with part 2 of my Q&A. So if you liked yesterday's Q&A video, there will be a part 2, because you guys asked so many questions that I couldn't fit them into one video. I had to sit here and record for like 2 hours with makeup on, and couldn't have the door open, couldn't have the fan on or anything, and it was like 40 degrees in my office, so I was melting at the end of that video. But hopefully I'll have time to edit part 2 for tomorrow, so that should be coming up tomorrow. And there was also a giveaway on both of those videos, so I'm giving away 1 copy of Strangerville in both of the videos, so 2 copies total. So if you're interested in winning Strangerville, definitely go check that out as well. I think I said I think I'm gonna contact the winners on either Saturday or Sunday. I don't fully remember what I said, but I'll definitely keep an eye on it, so don't worry. But yeah, I just thought I would update you guys on that. So anyways, I hope you guys have had an amazing Easter and you got to eat all the chocolate possible and hung out with your families or whatever you have been doing. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, if you like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. Let me know if you got any suggestions for anything you want to see here on the channel. I write everything down in my planner, so definitely do let me know. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I I hear the sound of empty streets. Yesterday has gone to sleep. So all that's left is you and me. I can't promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me. And let our minds be caught up in a dream. Quiet voices in the night. Time is running out of sight. A lonely wind is passing by. Tries to carry all the whispers that it finds. The walls are listening when we talk, making echoes as we walk.